Jannik Sinner admits after Indian Wells final, "I was feeling the tension." Jannik Sinner faced Daniil Medvedev in an interesting final at Indian Wells. The Italian tennis player played at a high level, defeating his opponent and securing his first title at Indian Wells. This match was very tense and uncertain, but the Italian tennis player managed to win with a score of 7-6, 7-6. However, Daniil Medvedev had a good chance to turn the match in his favor. It seemed as if he lacked a little more focus, and in the end, he was unable to overcome the last obstacle. In an interview with Sky Sports, Jannik Sinner shared his emotions after the final match, saying that this was a really difficult tournament. The 24-year-old tennis player nevertheless sparked a lot of reactions by openly talking about the tension throughout the match. Daniil Medvedev hasn't really shined since the beginning of the year, and he knows he'll have to improve a lot in his game if he wants to compete for major trophies. Although most expected Jannik Sinner to face Carlos Alcaraz in the final, Russian tennis player Daniil Medvedev secured a place in the final with an excellent game against Carlos Alcaraz. Jannik knew that he was in for a tough challenge, but he still managed to impose his rhythm and come away with an important victory. "It has been a very, very tough tournament," Sinner said after the victory. "In my mind, I knew it was the only hard-court tournament of the big ones that I have not won, so I am very happy about how I handled it." Of course, seeing Daniil playing again at this level, it is important for tennis. When he plays at his best, I feel he is very tough to beat, as we saw again today. "I am very happy. I try to stay very focused, very calm, and in the tiebreak, so I was very happy," he said, as quoted by Tennis Head. Afterwards, Sinner spoke about the tension during the match. "Matches like these can really test your nerves, so the Italian tennis player knew he had to find a way to manage the stress and pressure. I was feeling the tension," he said. "I tried to shake it off, and after I was loose again. I felt maybe I held back a little bit, so that is a point I would like to improve. I felt like today I could have played more aggressively at times, but it's all part of where I feel I can improve." Daniil Medvedev reacts. "The court, thank you very much, is much faster this year." Daniil Medvedev still takes only positive things out of this tournament. Many fans did not have high expectations for him, but the Russian tennis player again showed the high level of play that has graced him for years, managing to take an important step and almost reach the trophy. Although he did not manage to win, this will certainly give the Russian a boost, as he wants to make the most of the season. Daniil Medvedev gave an interview at the end of the match that attracted special attention, because the Russian tennis player managed to delight everyone and at the same time make them laugh. Daniil Medvedev primarily praised his opponent Sinner, about whom he spoke highly even a few weeks ago, saying that it is difficult to adapt to the style of play of both Sinner and Carlos Alcaraz. "Always a pleasure to play here. The court, thank you very much, is much faster this year. Thank you for listening to me. I'm joking, it's probably not thanks to me." He ended by thanking the crowd that stood by him in some of the matches, but having support against Sinner is always difficult. Regardless, Medvedev is grateful for the experience from this tournament, hoping that next year he will be just as dominant. "Thanks guys, I know that when I play against Jannik, Carlos, maybe Novak, the support is never completely on my side, but thanks anyway. They now have several important tests ahead of them." Jannik Sinner's fans are especially delighted, feeling that this could be the beginning of the Italians' renewed dominance. Although it is still early to make any predictions, especially since we know how fierce the competition is on the tennis scene, it can be felt that Jannik played at the level that was expected of him this time. Whether this will be an indication of even brighter days for him, time will tell.